Hi everybody, it's Miss Sue at Miss Sue's Art Studio in beautiful Boerne, Texas. And I just want to convey some thoughts to you all. I'm getting some phone calls now, well, just a couple of concerned parents wondering if we're still holding camps here because there's been a spike in cases, COVID cases. And the answer is yes, we are. And I just want to encourage you to really look at the data and the statistics and not get too swept away in the panic, which I think a lot of people are. Panic breeds panic and hysteria breeds hysteria. So Governor Abbott, about a month ago, made accommodations for daycares and summer camps to open and stay open, and that has not changed. So if Governor Abbott is going out on a limb and opening up little leagues and daycares and summer schools for kids, then that's a pretty profound statement that he doesn't believe, along with the experts that consult him, that this is a huge danger for children. Unless there's an illness at home or some sort of compromised immunity with somebody in the household, in that case, kids should stay home. But for a majority of the kids, it's not a high risk thing to do. Send your kids to, say, art camp with 10 or maybe even as many as 20 kids. I had a big camp a couple of weeks ago. Parents were really ready to let their kids loose, and we had a big camp, and I was grateful for that because it kept me open. I've been losing money, and it's hard to stay open. So that kept me open, so that I could continue to do a few more camps this summer. I've cut my camps in half. I usually do about 13. This summer I'm doing 7 total. I did that. I cut those camps in half when COVID shutdowns came around. But let's also look at what the pediatricians are saying. This is the AAP. So U.S. pediatricians are calling for in-person school this fall. Okay, this is a pretty strong statement by our nation's pediatricians. The American Academy of Pediatrics guidance strongly advocates that all policy considerations for the coming school year should start with the goal of having students physically present in school. They go on to say there's mounting evidence, quote unquote, that transmission of the coronavirus by young children is uncommon, partly because they are less likely to contract it in the first place. So, very low risk, once again. On the other hand, the AAP argues that based on the nation's experience this spring, remote learning is likely to result in severe learning loss and increased social isolation. Social isolation, in turn, can breed serious social, emotional, and health issues. And they go on to explain what those are. Furthermore, these impacts will be visited more severely on Black and brown children, as well as low-income children and those with learning disabilities. So here we are in a very educated area. We are up to date on current events, and we have a lot of degrees. And so, and this is also a strong Christian community. So are we going to claim Psalm 91? Let's take precautions and let's be smart, but let's also not live in fear and isolate our children. Psalm 91 states that the Lord will protect you and he is always with you. He will protect you from the pestilence. He will protect you from harm. And even though we know that people do get sick and people do die, again, let's just take a step back and look at the reality of the situation and not get too emotional about it, but just look at the data. Look at the odds of, this virus. It is a serious virus, but I think that if we knew what we were exposed to on a day-to-day basis, we would never leave the house. There's things that we're exposed to every day. Flus, colds, all kinds of things. So let's just take a look at the data and make decisions wisely for your family. But I just wanted to share my thoughts and where I'm coming from. And I think that Bernie, I think we should be kind of leading in letting people know, letting other communities know that we're unafraid and we're going to live our life. And we're not going to allow this thing to punish churches, small business people, children. Let's live our lives, guys. And I hope to see you at the studio soon. God bless you all, and take care. Bye.